All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 42. We are now live-ish on YouTube, and here we are with our good friend, the host with the most, the man with the plan, the savior of Italian virginity, Mr. Ryan. Ryan, how are you doing today?
The savior of what was it?
Italian virginity, yes.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. I'm actually great with that wonderful intro. How are you, Jacob?
I'm good. It's been a good weekend. It is a Sunday night here in Western Pennsylvania, which I still have a hard time believing I live here in Western Pennsylvania, but I do live here in Western Pennsylvania, so that's a thing.
How cold is it?
It's not bad. It got all the way up to 45 today.
Oh,
well, that's warm. That's like t-shirt weather.
It's not terrible.
No, the thing is it's not windy. It was sunny, so it was pretty nice. Go out, have a good lunch.
It's kind of a clean, dry air, right?
Yeah.
No wind with sunshine. It's not terrible. You could do that with like a light sweater, right?
Yeah, well, t-shirt, sweater, hoodie. It's pretty much whatever you feel like wearing, you can really wear.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a good time. So Ryan, how have you been? How are things? Good.
They've been all right, decent. My kids have been crazy. The weather was nice enough that I got to clean my car today, which is always nice.
Oh yeah, what are you driving these days?
I have a Scion XP.
Oh, nice.
The little square boxes.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
I have a 2012.
Nice.
Yeah, bought it new.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I drove as a rental for a while. I drove a Kia Soul, which is sort of the competitor for that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which is very nice. I was actually impressed. Like, I've had with my last job, I had a lot of rental cars, and I had a couple of Kias, and they were really nice.
Kias aren't bad at all.
No, not at all.
They're actually real nice cars.
I had a Kia Forte. They're 4-door sedan.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was pretty zippy. I mean, it was better than I expected for a rental car.
Right.
For sure. Yeah, it was one of those random things where I learned that if you have to change your rental car stuff, call the people directly. Don't call the national number. Call the place you ran from directly.
Okay.
Because I was in Nashville, and I had a flight the next day in the afternoon. And I ended up getting done with because I was on assignment with the Red Cross. I ended up getting done with that at like noon the day before. So I was going to have to spend like 36 hours. And so I called up Avis directly. And they're like, yeah, it's going to cost you $800 to drive this back to Oklahoma. I'm like, really? That's insane. So I called up the airport where I rented it directly. And they were like, you know what? It'll cost you an extra $75, period. Nothing else.
Awesome.
So I just hopped in the car at like 11 a noon and drove from Nashville to Tulsa, which is actually a really pretty drive. It's about 8 hours. But
it's not too terribly bad, right?
Right. And I'm like, because I was like, I was like, okay, maybe I can catch an earlier flight with American, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever try to change flights American. Southwest you can, American you can't. They said it was going to be $1,400 to change my flight.
Wow.
Not
How much
even
was
a
the
joke.
flight?
$300.
What? $1,400 to change it?
Yeah, it's bad. Don't ever try to change your flight with American.
That's ridiculous. So, where did you rent the car from, though? Oklahoma?
No, I rented it in Nashville because I flew into Nashville.
And then you drove it all the way to Oklahoma and left it?
Yeah, at another Avis place at the airport in Tulsa.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fantastic. They're like, it's going to cost you an extra $100. I'm like, done. So I canceled my hotel, which was more than the price of the car rental change. And so I just drove it back, and I got a day off, and and plus, me, I love to drive, and I drove through most of Tennessee, Missouri, and Oklahoma. And it's a really pretty drive through there, so it was a fun time.
Did you have satellite radio?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that makes that awesome then.
Yes, it just does. But actually, for a chunk of that drive, I was listening to the newest Dresden Files book, Skin Game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it
Okay.
was good. That
Yeah.
helped a lot. But like you have to have satellite. Like the worst thing I ever did in my entire life was get satellite radio. Like,
Yeah, it's expensive.
yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's $20 a month for us when we have two cars, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not too bad. But
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to be without. It's hard to get used to those commercials again.
Oh, or
Ex-
the not digital.
oh
That's what I
yeah,
couldn't stand. I could not stand to go to FM, and it just sounds so shitty.
yeah, I know. So like right now mine is down for a weird reason we can't figure out.
Hmm.
Like I called Sirius and like we went through this thing for like an hour and they're like, you know what, we're gonna comp you until this gets working again. You're not gonna pay for anything. Like
That's
they
cool.
couldn't figure it out. It was pretty crazy.
That is cool. I I have it right now too.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's. I love it. What are
It
your
came with
favorite? What channels do you love on the Sirius?
4.
The 40s on 4.
I listen to that almost a lot.
Nice.
And
That's awesome.
I listen to like what is it? See, I know them by like where they're at on my radio, but I want to say it's like 52, the electronic beats.
Oh, BPM.
Oh no, the one that's more electronic.
Okay. Oh no
The
no.
one that the one that sounds more
It's more housey.
less
Oh,
dubstep.
Electric Area.
I think so.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that one.
And then let's see. So this is how I normally do it. I start at 40s on 4, and then I'll just go through all the way through like to the pop stations, and then I'll skip the pop stations and I'll go to the classic rock, which is somewhere in like 24, 25 or something like that. And then I skip into like the 30s and go through the modern day just kind of rock stations and all those different ones all the way until it gets grungy and angry, and then I'll just skip real fast all the way to the electronic music, and then I round it off with the NPR station and the comedy station.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Alt Nation on Sirius.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Lithium.
That's like in the 34, 35.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lithium, which is 90s alt rock and grunge.
Right, which is your style.
I really dig the Coffee House, which is their acoustic station.
I do sometimes too.
I like that. And I'll listen to some of their sports talk, which is pretty
Really?
good. So
I never listen to the sports talk. I used to love listening to sports talk, but it needs to be local for me.
Yeah, and that's definitely that's something I'm having to get used to again. Is listening to local radio. People that are just such homers. Oh my God, I've never heard people who are such homers as people here in Pittsburgh. They're nuts. They are nuts. Like for people who are listening, I grew up in a college town, legitimate Big 12. I mean, if you recognize the color, you know what town I grew up in. 40,000 people, 30,000 college students, and they weren't as crazy about their football as these people are here in Pittsburgh. They are nuts. Absolutely insane. Like, if you say one bad thing about the Steelers, man, they're ready to kill you.
Oh, yeah?
And it's one of those things like, I work in a pretty big office. Like, our complex has about 2,000 people in it. It's a pretty good size. And, like, you'll see, like your quintessential sort of valley, girl, dressed in this, I guess the new way to say it is basic way. They got the boots, they got the skinny jeans, they got the perfect top, and all they're talking about is Steelers football, and it is the weirdest thing in the world to see.
Everybody's just into it.
Everybody, it is crazy. Well, because the thing is, here is like, in the South especially, people come to the South. No one comes to the North unless they have to.
I get it. They're all homies.
And the thing is, it's not like they've been there, like
For
they
generation.
grew up there, their parents grew up there. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Pittsburgh is a good sized town too, so there's a lot of jobs. It's like 2.5 million people.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So there's especially if you want to do like medical stuff, there's a lot of stuff here, but it's a trip. I never expected something like this. How are the old stomping grounds doing, by the way?
Everything's different. They for anybody who knows about Houston, they're building the third loop around Houston. And they're calling it the Grand 99 Parkway. And it goes from Katy to Tomball to the Woodlands, out to New Caney, way out. It's just a huge giant loop that's going to go all the way around. And they're on a major push. They've already finished it all the way from Sugarland to Katy. And they're building right now at one entire time from Katy to the Woodlands. No, all the way past Spring. So there's lots of construction going on all over the place. And there's lots of people here now. Like, Houston has grown a lot since you left.
Yeah, I bet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw a thing on Forbes. It was the 20 fastest growing cities in the United States. Texas owned the top 3 and 5 of the top 10. Houston, Dallas, and Austin were the top 3. San Antonio was like 7, and I think Fort Worth was 10th.
All those cities are very cool, except for Houston.
I'm just waiting for the unified metroplex, the Dallas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio hybrid city that just becomes one like Coruscant in Star Wars. You know, it's just like one giant city planet.
It'll start with the cities being connected by the freeways. There'll be just cities just aligning the freeways, and then the triangles will slowly fill in with more and more buildings and more concrete.
Well, have you seen the stuff? There's a company that's working on and has already gotten approval with both Oklahoma and Texas to build high-speed rail. Have you seen
No, but that'd be cool.
Yeah, it goes from Oklahoma City to Dallas, and there's a fork, and it goes from Dallas to Austin or Dallas to Houston. They've already gotten all the money and all the approval, and it's going to be 200 miles an hour between the cities. So you can get from, Houston to Austin in an hour, maybe, if that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it's a big deal. I think high-speed rail, I think in the next 10 to 15 years, high-speed rail is really going to make itself known in the U.S.
Yeah. Is it cheaper than flying on an airplane? Can you move more for
yes.
the cost?
Yes. Mm-hmm. But it's once you get past the infrastructure costs, yes. Because the infrastructure is very expensive. It's billions of dollars.
Billions. I don't understand that much money.
Well, okay. So here, we'll get into our first big topic of the night.
Okay.
So, Powerball is getting up there. I think it's like $400 million. And so, of course, I mean, the math says it's worth it to buy a ticket. So, we're gonna, we bought a ticket.
Okay.
And so, we kind of start talking about it. Okay.
Awesome.
So, okay, first off, you win not the big one, just one of the smaller jackpots. You have $1 million after taxes in your checking account. What do you do?
Me?
Yeah. A single $1 million.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, I'm an old man. So I'd like to buy a house and try to keep it cheap, right? 200 grand?
200. I mean, down in our part of the world. I mean, even here in Pittsburgh, 200,000 is going to buy you a decent home. 150 to 200 grand, right? Mm-hmm. Just a decent home. Or maybe a piece of property and build a home for that much. Yeah.
And then after that, I would try to start a company.
Doing what?
I'd like to open up a Magic the Gathering card shop.
Oh. Well, you got to do everything. I mean, that's the only way those card shops can be successful is to do everything.
Right. It would. Well, yeah. There would be nights for, I guess, Yu-Gi-Oh and other things. But I'm pretty sure I could run a successful Magic the Gathering shop. It would be very small, but it would cater to. I mean, all I need is a loyal gathering of 40 to 50 people, on a Friday night, and then to have 10 to 15 that come through the shop each day during the day.
Mm-hmm.
You could break even, make some money.
Yeah. So here's the thing of like, okay, so I play Dungeons and Dragons every other Thursday. So last Thursday, I got to 1800 XP and about 300 gold. So moving right along with my level 3 thief rogue halfling. And like this place is huge. Like looking at it, I'm pretty sure it was a bowling alley at one point. Like the size and dimensions, and I'm talking like 18, 22 lanes, huge.
Awesome.
And they have all the space for gaming, and they don't sell refreshments. Like they don't sell Coke, they don't sell water, nothing. I'm like, man, you're missing out.
That's where the money's actually at in the industry, is to just sell candy bars and
right, exactly.
Sell anything that they can microwave themselves. Sell like a convenience store sell stuff. You don't need a health. You don't need a health pass for that stuff.
Yeah,
that's where a lot of the money's at.
Okay, so next question. $100 million tax-free shows up in your checking account. 100 million, 9 figures. What do you do?
Do I have to go anywhere to collect it, or it's in my checking account?
It's in your, you're there. It's there. The money is there. You can just go fucking nuts if you want to.
I'd find a nice five-star hotel that's reasonable. What, $300-400 a night? You can get a real nice hotel.
Oh yeah.
Especially compared to what I'm used to, right? And then the first major thing I do is set up an appointment with a tailor. I want custom clothes. From here on out, I'm wearing clothes that are cut for me. And then me, I got to get a car. And I would just live out of a hotel for a month or two.
Well, a car.
Oh, what car?
I mean, come on. We're playing fantasy here. What car? What car?
I know this isn't what most people think. I don't think what most people would go with, but I think the Audi R8 is a real comfortable in between a daily driver that'll always start and run and get you there and get you back, right? Mm-hmm. But it's also almost a supercar, right? I think that would be the car I would just go buy so I could cruise around before I bought my other cars.
Yeah, I understand that.
Right? You don't want to buy your 900 horsepower Supra that can barely get into parking lots so you can go look at other cars. You want your Audi that you can get in and get out of and make business deals with. And then,
right.
Yeah. And then, yeah. Since I have a family, I'd have to set up a house and a nest somewhere. And then after that, we would travel. If I was still single, though, I most likely wouldn't even buy a house for a while. I would take a couple of cruises.
Yeah.
I would go see the world, right? Enjoy some stuff. Eat some good food.
Just go.
Like that sushi in Japan. I'd go eat some of that.
Hold on just a second.
Uh-huh.
Yes? Yeah. Okay,
are your headphones glowing?
Yeah, aren't they cool? But,
everybody look at his headphones.
Got me for my birthday.
Do what?
It's what Kelly got me for my birthday. Is because
cool.
Because they're orange and black like Oklahoma State is. So you can see they almost when they flash, you can see they almost match the sweater.
She did good.
She did good. Yeah. Well, actually, I bought her for her birthday a pair before she bought these. They're white and they flash sort of an ice blue in the earphone.
Nice.
And these are great. If you want just a fantastic set of gaming headphones, the Steel Series version 2s, these are $100. You might be able to find them for $70-80 depending on where you look online. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. I had a $200, $250 set of Turtle Beaches. Yeah. And the moment I found these, I quit using them.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're comfortable.
Okay, they look cool. So what is your answer? 100 million? You wake up tomorrow morning and you get that little email from your bank.
$100
and
million.
It's just you've got 900. You've got 9 figures.
Well, obviously I would spend the $50,000 to $75,000 to get me completely out of debt.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, but like with the 100 million, that doesn't matter.
Right.
If it's still available, there's this. We almost moved to Seattle. I got a job offer in Pittsburgh. My wife got a job offer in Seattle. And if it wasn't for how tenuous my position was at my current job at the time,
Right.
we would have moved to Seattle. So that's the place I want to be. Like more than anywhere else in the world, I just want to live in Seattle. I visited there. It's my favorite place in the world. And I don't know if it's still available, but there's just one condo that's on like the 45th floor, looking over the Puget Sound, right on the water. Like 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, $3.5 million. Buy it tomorrow. Just buy it. Be down, and it's gorgeous. Like I've walked by the building. It's in the perfect place downtown. Like all the awesome bars and restaurants are right there. I would probably buy at least one, if not 2, cheaper condos in the same building to rent out for like Seahawks games and other big games, and also so if my family wants to visit, they don't have to stay in my exact apartment. They could just stay in the building. I just give them the key.
You would have guest condos.
Yes, I would have guest condos. Because they're like condos, they're like 2 bed, 1 bath, like $450,000 in the same building. No big deal.
No big deal. Hundreds of millions, though, right?
I mean, if we're talking $100 million, I'm going to drop probably 15 to 20 in a basket of hard metals, platinum, gold, silvers, just to have. That's going to be there.
In coins, so you can play with them like Scrooge McDuck.
Oh.
Count them and knock them over.
Yes, Kyle's
Try to
money.
swim in them.
Kyle's money. Have you seen that episode of South Park?
I have not.
Oh, okay. It's Red Hot Catholic Love. It's season 6, I believe. Cartman wins a bet with Kyle for like $20. So he goes down to like the bank and gets it all in quarters and starts swimming, and he's like, Kyle's money.
That style, yeah. I would buy some bitcoins.
I would buy some Bitcoin.
Buy $1 million worth of bitcoins.
I would start a company. I would start a VC firm.
Really?
Yes, I would probably. I mean, not a big one. Like 5 to 7 million kind of thing. Because I think that's where I'd be really good, and that's something that it would get me out of bed every day. I would hire a personal chef.
Okay, I'm done with that.
So I'm eating good food, good and tasty food that I don't have to spend an hour to do, every meal.
Right.
Personal trainer, the whole bit, because, if you're going to have $100 million, you better look the fucking part and have a 6-pack, so that's what I would do. That. And as far as car, I mean, I think I have to go with the GTR, like the new Nissan GTR.
Awesome.
It's gorgeous with the matte white. Have you seen it with the matte?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's so pretty. Like it's not like it's just this nice dull white.
It's a good looking car to begin with.
Oh yeah. Like
what color rims do you put on it if it's white?
Gold. Like the super like a Rex, like the white on gold.
You could also, in contrast to having a flat white that doesn't reflect much, have 24 karat gold.
Oh yeah.
Like just that real wham, with like a silver lip or stainless steel lip that's polished. That'd be clean.
Green, if I had a car that was matte, I would probably put Never Wet all over it.
What is that? That hydrophobic material?
Yes, it's awesome. I have some on my boots. It's amazing.
Did you buy some and like use it or something?
Yeah. You can buy. It's like it's an aerosol now, like a Rust-Oleum bottom. It's an aerosol. You can buy it at Lowe's for like $15-$20.
And it works?
Oh, dude, yeah. It's like I have a pair of like the Timberland, work boots that,
Right.
Like I got ketchup and just squirted all over them. It just fell right off.
Does it works then?
Works.
That's amazing.
Yes, I've been wearing them a lot since it's been really nasty here. Lots of snow, lots of ice.
Oh, right. Yeah, how interesting. What does it do there?
They've never been wet. Literally, never been wet. It is awesome.
How does that work?
It's the chemical.
I know the science behind it is on a molecular level it repels water, right? But still, how can you stick your foot in snow and so they don't get nearly as cold then?
No, because nothing clings to them.
Right, and it doesn't conduct the. Right, because doesn't something that's wet like lose a lot of its thermal energy? or
Oh,
thermal
absolutely. Yeah,
conductivity.
like, but if you have some, like, if you're like in a position to where like your shoes are getting all sorts of nasty all the time, it's the way to go.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that shirt they're selling for like $55. It's a plain white T-shirt, and you can't get ketchup or stuff on it or anything. You know, no stains.
Mm-hmm.
It's that same technology. That
Yeah.
stuff is cool, man.
And also, if $100 million showed up in my checking account, because one of my dreams is to one day get a villa at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. It is you cannot buy them, you cannot rent them. It is invitation only by the casino.
So we'd have to go in there and start slinging some mad cash.
Well, what I would do is I would call them up and says, I'm going to put $1 million in play and see what they did. And then I would,
Or we could just baller style. We could just show up in a Bugatti. Oh, we could just rent a Veyron. Yeah. Get out in tailor-made suits.
What I would do is I would call you.
Pull out your black cards.
I would call everyone who was in the wedding party. Fly them out to Vegas and go.
Oh man.
I give you $250,000 chips and say you have to put 50,000 in play. The rest is yours. Have fun. And we would just go nuts for a weekend.
A week? A whole week? Not a weekend. A week, dude. What are you doing?
Hey, man, we're not young enough to go crazy for a week anymore. maybe we have that one night, that one great rally left in us. Because I just can't do it like I used to.
Oh
because
yeah, no.
You know me. Like I've always been the guy. Like I don't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you sleep now.
Anymore. Yo, I sleep a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's bad. It's sad. It's a little sad, but it is what it is, I suppose.
Well, welcome to the club. I'm the guy who I can't do it.
You've never been able to do it. You're gonna give me my
6 to 8 out. Always. And then if I was pushed to go 3 or 4 days without sleep, then I would just finally shut down on you. Like if I was the guy in a war, I would just be like always behind everybody because I'd just pass out and not wake up. I have a question that's kind of in the same vein about your $1 million question.
All right.
But it's a little more sinister. I heard somebody talking about it somewhere else or on Reddit or something. But if I gave you $1 million for every year that you took off your life, how many years would you take off?
Do I get to know when I die?
No.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. If you die next year and you say 1 year, you're dead. You just die with $1 million in your account. I'm risking it going with 3.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I need 3.
3.
Gets you out of debt. Starts a business.
Buys a nice home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think 3's a good number. I was thinking either 1 or 5, depending on how adventurous I felt.
How healthy you were feeling?
Is like, can you use the money to prolong your life at the end?
Whatever you were gonna live, minus that.
And the other question is, do we reach the singularity? Do we live to, at that point you're living to like 700, so like 5 years off is no big deal.
Mm-hmm. How would you like the singularity to be like 2 years away though? You're like, damn you, I'm rich and I'm gonna not make it.
Well, think about this, compounding interest and all that bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're living 800 years, you can really build a lot of interest in those 800 years. You can start saving early and just, $100 a month at most, and by the time you're 300 or 400, you're good to go. You have billions in the bank.
Well, how does that work? Is that true for everybody then?
Technically speaking, yeah. I mean, assuming all current forms of interest-bearing, accounts are still valid.
Yeah, who knows if everything lasts forever?
It was the like in Futurama, there was an episode where Fry, they find out that his checking account is still open.
Oh no!
It had like $7 in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But in 1,000 years had like $9 billion.
That's awesome. That show was a good show.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a shame that one got canceled and not Family Guy.
Well, yeah, but it came back. I mean, it came back on Comedy Central.
Did it? Is it going now?
No, it finally ended.
Mm-hmm.
And they ended it well. There was a time in the middle where it was kind of but the last season I thought was really good. And they still knew how to just hit you. I mean, they just, there's a couple episodes just taking a sledgehammer right to the feels. Like someone jumping up and just bam. It's one of my favorites. It's one of those shows I've seen every episode of multiple times.
I think it's better than The Simpsons for me. I enjoy it more anyway.
Especially the first run. Like the first bit that was on Fox was the best, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I love that. I loved it, and you can tell sometimes people need constraints for funny.
Right.
And so they had less constraints on Comedy Central, so some of the gags were a lot more just
shock and awe.
Yeah, sort of shock and awe, more obvious. And so it's just, I don't know, it's kind of sad. And cause Futurama was a very intelligent show when it first came on, and it lost some of that when it came back on Comedy Central. Maybe the maybe it was just the showrunners just didn't care as much when it came back. I don't know, but
I don't know how that would work. Was it the same people that were in charge of it?
Oh yeah, same everything.
It's weird then. Guess they just lost some of the spark, or
yeah, maybe. There's no telling. What's funny is the woman who voices Leela is Katie Siegel. She played the wife in Married with Children.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Yes. And she also plays the mother in Sons of Anarchy.
I didn't like that show.
Oh,
it's too violent, dude.
Oh, I know. That first season's crazy. But it was weird because, so Futurama, there was a time where, Futurama, the new Futurama, and Sons of Anarchy were coming on at the same time. And it was really hard to handle, hearing, Gemma from Sons of Anarchy being the voice of Leela. And they're completely different people, completely different characters. Leela's just not going to straight up murder somebody like Gemma will.
Did you like Sons of Anarchy?
Oh, I love it. It's one of those shows, though, I still have the entire last season to watch. I haven't finished the last season. I had this period where I was watching Mad Men, Sons of Anarchy, and Breaking Bad all at the same time. And it just wore me out. It was I can't do it. I need some happiness in my life. Nothing good ever happened.
That's what I've done with the Dresden Files. I finally had to just take a day off.
Well, I mean, how far are you?
I'm at the end of the third book.
Wow, but I mean, that's a lot of hours, man.
Yeah,
it's a lot of hours. So, what do you think? Yeah. Tell everyone about the Dresden Files. I mean, I've been trying to get you to read this for years.
They're incredible. The universe that it's all happening in is an awesome universe. It's like the Lord of the Rings or like the Zelda universe. It's just such a rich and wonderful, cool universe. And the stories are good. The writing is a little, I feel like this would be great for high schoolers. You know what I mean? It's a little, sometimes it's a little too dramatic, and it wanes better. A lot. He's almost always dying, and he's always got the same, everything slows down, and I could see, and then he gets saved, and it's just I know you're not dead because we're not at the end of the book, and I just a few things like that I wish weren't there. But aside from that, it's totally worth listening to. The way that he explains, I guess the idea of the book is that everything's real. And what I mean by that is there's werewolves, there's zombies, there's demons, there's angels, there's saints, there's all the different gods. There's this whole different thing that exists. There's wizards, and the main protagonist is a wizard. And what's cool is that the writer takes a little bit of he takes magic in his own imagination with like what he thinks. So there's a lot of in this Dresden universe a lot of what we think. So it takes place in like the year 2000 in modern day society. And what most of our species has wrote down as magic or different things exist in this universe. But what we know as folklore is wrong. So like there's vampires, and we know about vampires, you know, like we know about vampires. But in reality, the way he explains vampires is there's like 3 different courts of vampires. So you got the ones that feed off of emotions, ones that feed off of blood, you know. And there's the thing with like werewolves. It's not just one type of werewolf that changes in a full moon, but there's like the kind of werewolves from like the Indian shaman religion kind of ideas where you could transform yourself into a werewolf, or there is the werewolf from the full moon. And it's just, so the universe is awesome. And he takes liberties with like different types of magic, and he explains how a wizard would use magic. And it's kind of wrote in the first person, like you're reading somebody's diary entry.
Yeah, it says it's supposed to be, yeah.
So it's interesting. It's fun. I mean, how many hours do you think a book is? 8?
Well, the first one's 8, the second one's 9, and I think the one you're on is like 11.
So what is that? 20 of 28 hours? I've almost put 28, 30 hours in a week. So that should be some testament to how decent they are.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you which book, but at one point, Harry does ride a T-Rex.
Really?
Yeah. It's awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Right now, I'm actually, this is the book where the series is, well, this is what everybody says anyway, but it turns out to be true. This is where the series is really kind of taking off, and the writer's becoming a little bit better, and the stories are a little more cohesive. He's not having to explain characters as much, you know, and because of that, and the new character that's introduced with the faith-based magic,
Michael.
It's a difficult magic to wield, but it's quite strong.
I love.
You gotta love Michael, right?
Well, the thing is, like, the thing I like about Michael is, you know, we both grew up Christian, but
right,
it's nice to see someone writing a book to where the Christian isn't a moron, and it's refreshing. No matter what you think or believe or whatever, you know, it's just refreshing, right, especially from someone who grew up in the faith.
Well, I like how the writer doesn't take anybody not seriously. Like, it's fun. Like, a lot of the characters they come from a different place, but it's all that way. None of the characters are made to be stupid. Like, even the demons. Mm-hmm. Like, he summons one of these demons, and one of the demons that he summons is, like, incredibly smart. And he's toying with Dresden, and I was just like, you know, that's a different way to, because he's got like glasses on, like spectacles. He's like this grotesque evil demon, but he's sitting there, you know, talking to him like he's in a library or something. And it's just, I like the author's liberty with magic in the different universe and how he kind of makes it all work. Mm. It's fun. It's highly enjoyable.
So, well, yeah, as you know, but the listeners don't, my older brother is a priest, an Episcopal priest, and he's a big Dresden fan as well.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, I got it. Like you're like. Of
course he does. Yeah.
Well, he's another pretty people. I was like, I just gave him the book. He's like, just trust me on this one. You'll love it. Trust me on the sunscreen.
You want to know what happened to me? You gave me the books, and I downloaded them all to my phone, and I started on the first chapter of the book you told me to, right? Uh-huh. So I listened to that, but that first introduction was like 6 seconds long. You know, it's like, you know, Stormfront, blah, 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 blah. Right. And then for some reason it goes to the first chapter of like the 9th book. And he's running from monkeys that are throwing flaming poo. And he's yelling at somebody, get in the car. And I was just like, holy shit.
There's so much there. Like, there's so many things.
I'm like, holy shit, what's going on? And then it goes back to the Stormfront, and then I started to realize, I've got this wrong, so I fixed it. So I have no idea what all of that was about, but it was
when you get back there, you're going to go, holy shit.
It was funny.
One thing I will tell you is that storylines that have been started in the 3rd book don't get concluded until the 12th book.
That's fun.
So some of these storylines are, in terms of story time, are decade long.
That's fun. That's fun.
But I was saying, like, Jason, he's a priest,
right?
And we were talking about it, and we were talking about it one day, and I was like, I think the world is much more like Dresden than anything else I've read. He's like, I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly that those forces are there. Those are all there.
I guarantee you that it's more like the Dresden Files than it is like the atheist idea that it's just us and it's just these molecules and these things that exist and then you don't exist. No, it goes on forever. Gods have gods. It just goes on forever. Just yeah, I would guarantee you that book is closer to reality than a lot of people's takes on reality are. Yeah. And I like how it ties them all in together. Mm-hmm. Like Jesus, Allah, all of them are there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the fun part. It's like, I mean, he definitely does his research.
There's more room in this universe that they could all exist than this idea that just one of them exists.
Or none of them exist.
Yeah, or that none exist. It's like, no. It could easily be everything. Because, I mean, if you just try to imagine what the reality of our existence is, it's as insane as any of those stories that anybody's told about our existence.
Right. Well, the thing is, if you go back and read a lot of the Bible, just the Bible is, even when Christ was walking the earth, he never claimed to be the only God. He said he was the one true God. And when the plagues in Egypt, right?
Right.
They were all directed towards a particular God. And almost every time that God showed himself, especially in the Old Testament, it was directed towards another God to prove that he was superior to that God.
Yeah, it never says that he's the only God.
Right. He just says that if you want to come to heaven,
But I think there's a bunch of gods. And I don't think it says on that level, like, or on, I don't know how you would say it, but whatever the difference is, but like we're on level 1 and God's on like level 2 or whatever. He's, in that spirit world. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's as guaranteed as we would like to think it is. I think it's a lot more turbulent. He might be the most powerful, but I bet there's a bunch of them, and I bet it all works it has to. Otherwise, why would it fold out like it has?
It's very true.
There would be no reason for the devil, if he knew that God was right and that the future was exactly like God said it was going to be, then he would have no incentive, unless he was created to do it. And then that's a whole other
discussion. Harry's gotten into the whole the talk of thresholds, right? About how, like...
Yeah, that's in this book. Mm-hmm. How your home is your home, and you can't invite things in if you don't invite them in.
Right, that's something like I've really just latched onto in my personal philosophy of the world. Is the threshold of my home. It's weird to say that, but it's true.
The one that rang true for me the most is the idea of the third sight.
Oh, yeah.
That you can see things that they truly are. Because if you have ever done heavy doses of hallucinogenic substances, it's true. There's another veil of reality that's just almost there. It's just barely hidden by a thin veil of reality that we exist in.
Sometimes you don't have to do the heavy dose of drugs.
That's true.
There's that one night.
There's lots of other ways to get there. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot about this book that I enjoy that seems to not ring. I guess I doubt the way it's been described in the book is actually how it is. But I guess the metaphors ring true. It's I could see how that is.
For me, it's like, yeah, I don't know if this is true, but if it was, it wouldn't surprise me.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. It's a great book. I highly recommend anybody listen to it. Or buy them and read them yourself.
Yeah. I mean, they're cheap on Amazon. I think you can get them on your Kindle for like $2.
It's fun. They're hot. They're really enjoyable.
The thing I love is James Marston is the reader. Do you remember the show Buffy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the character Spike?
No.
Okay, well, Spike is the reader of the Dresden Files.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and he gets really good, like really really good.
He's
Like,
getting more committed in the third
mm-hmm.
book. He's really finally just willing to do the different voices and stuff. It took me forever to figure out that I don't like the voice that he gave Dresden, though. I like the narrator's voice in Dresden's head, but when Dresden talks in the book out loud and the reader is assuming Dresden's voice,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. It's too nasally.
What's bad is Ghost Story. It's I think the next to last book in the section I gave you. Because of scheduling conflicts, they had to use a different reader. And you have to get through that book. Like, that book is very important, but it's hard. It's hard.
Right.
Because like you've spent. I mean, by the time you get there, you spent 100+ hours listening to these characters talk a certain way, and then all of a sudden they don't. It's like for one season, like your it's like for one season, all the Next Generation crew was replaced with someone else. Like, that is really what it is.
It was bad enough when the Doctor was replaced.
Yeah, she got pregnant.
Yeah, things happen. And how bad do you want to?
Do what?
How bad do you want a duster now? One of those, yeah, like he wears.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want a duster.
Yeah, I would like a duster. And Jim Butcher's awesome. He's super cool. I've met him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stood in line to do the authors stuff at Comic-Con and got the book signed. And let's see if I can't spot it in our bookshelf.
You look like a cyborg or something. Your ears are like, whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, we've gotten some cool signatures the last couple of years at Comic-Con. You want to see some of the art we got at Comic-Con last year?
Okay, yeah.
This is just sort of a goofy thing, but
that is fun.
yeah, it's $20. I don't remember her name. And there's another one. Like $20, like brand, like original art.
Oh, that's like that was actually done by their hand. That's not a print.
No, it's hand drawn. Yeah.
Wow, that's
hand
cool.
drawn. Yeah.
That's fun. That kind of stuff's very cool.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I can't wait to go back. I hope I could go back this year. Like, it's one of those things like the closer it gets, because like generally like ticket sales are late February, early March, and like the closer it gets, like the more anxious I get. Like I'll start thinking about it. It'll like keep me up at night. Like, well, the thing is I've already booked a room.
Have you really?
I can get a refund, but I scored. Like, it's the score of scores. So,
that's funny.
Have you heard of Airbnb?
I did, yes.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, it's the Uber of like apartments.
Right.
And so I got a room where most rooms are going for $500 to $600 a night. I got one for $120 for the con, a mile from the hotel, or a mile from the convention center.
Wow.
And what's great about it is like Gaslamp District, which is their big, shopping, eating district, is in the middle. So
nice.
You basically, on your way back, you're done with the con, you're going home, you walk half a mile, which isn't that big of a walk, eat dinner, have a couple drinks, walk the rest of the way, you're home, you're done. Like, I just hope I don't lose it. Yeah, it would upset me. I'm going to send you a link to the
to the what?
To our reservation.
Oh, where? How much are tickets to Comic-Con though?
It depends. I think one day is like $40.
Oh, that's not too bad.
If you
How many days is it?
Huh?
How many days is it?
4.5. They have
4.5.
They have Wednesday night preview night, and they have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I've never been. I've never even been to one of those cons. Um, they
I'm,
had one here in Galveston somewhere.
I'm sure there's a couple in Houston. You should definitely go. It's definitely worth going.
Worth it, huh? Okay, I'll try to go.
And it would be a lot of fun just to go for a day. Like if you were there and could just go and come back. I mean, part of it for us, it's a vacation. It is the vacation. We what we figured out last time we went is if we stay an extra day, our our airfare drops 150 bucks a ticket.
Yeah, supply and demand, right?
Right, and so we just wait till the Tuesday to fly back, and so we have an entire day, and my camera's messing up, which is weird, but we have an entire day, full day, to do just whatever the hell we want. Like last year we went to the zoo, San Diego Zoo, which is like the zoo. Um,
This is the apartment that you'd be staying
uh-huh,
in?
uh-huh.
That's incredible. And he's like a minimalistic lifestyle too. Real simple and clean.
I think he owns it. Yeah, I think he lives somewhere else.
It's an Airbnb, yeah, hotel
Mm-hmm.
thing. Very cool. Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah, dude.
I'm just hoping, cause like,
It'll be in the show notes. Anybody, you can just.
yeah, um, hidden things. So we're like cause if you don't stay there, like getting a hotel near the con once they go on sale, because the con buys just about everything up and then resells them. It's
Right.
expensive and and they go in a hurry.
Right.
Because I mean, Comic Con for the 4-day passes is 120,000 tickets,
Damn.
and that doesn't include the individual day tickets. So I mean, you're talking probably 150, 175,000 people per day. Saturday Comic Con around the con is probably at least 200,000. So lots
That's
of
incredible,
people.
huh?
Oh yeah, it's nuts. But so hopefully it works. And riding the buses sucks. Like it's because I actually mapped it out from the exit of the convention center to where the buses are is 0.6 miles.
Okay.
So if we aren't able, so because there's a lot of hotels that aren't, they're a couple of miles away that they run buses to. So last time to get back to our hotel, we had to walk 0.6 of a mile just to get to the bus to ride home. And with this place, we can just walk home.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and there's all sorts of bars. Oh, the first year we went, we found this Mexican place, right, which is pretty good in San Diego. I mean, it's right on the fucking border, and
Okay.
they had $5 like fishbowl margaritas.
You can get drunk on those, dude.
Oh, and thing we weren't driving.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were just taking cabs and buses
Oh,
everywhere.
no.
So
Oh no.
we were there for like 3 hours.
Oh no.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. You're walking around and there's superheroes and villains and comic book
Yes.
characters, and you're like, dude, I am way smashed.
But what's weird about, like, I don't know, maybe it's just because a lot of the people that go to Comic Con is, they don't have a lot of extra cash, so they don't tip well, I guess. But the service tends to be terrible in San Diego for Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
So last time, what I started doing is I just started giving the waiter a 15. Like I would palm on 15 when we sat down. So this is your tip. If you can make it bigger, do it. And we got great service.
Yeah.
Just pre-tipping.
Pre-tipping. Okay.
And they know, like, try it
Pro tip.
sometime. If you want some good service, like, just palm them a tenner and say, look, if it gets bigger than this, you'll get more. But this is yours, period. And they will treat you like fucking royalty.
Awesome. Good, because I like my fucking tea glass being full.
I know, right? It's just the different things that matter when you get to our age.
It does. Was the margarita any good?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was like one
Yeah.
of the frozen ones. It was basically a slushie. It was
Nice.
basically a margarita slushie.
Gotta
And, like
love
they
it.
had like you could get like strawberry infused in there.
Man, I wish I had one of those right now.
Yeah, we we got pretty toasted. And then we went back to the hotel and we're happy no one else was at the hotel when we were.
Did you see anything ridiculous there? Anything like just crazy happen? Or anything funny?
Oh man.
Was there any like outstanding cosplays that you saw?
Well, I mean, there was stuff from our first podcast that we showed.
Oh yeah. That's right. I remember the pictures now.
Some of the this cosplay is outstanding, and what's crazy is like, because LA is right up the road. It's like an hour and a half drive from San Diego,
Okay.
2 hours.
That's not bad.
And so there are like schools, like makeup schools that are showing off their like senior projects at Comic-Con.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
and it's crazy. Like it is fantastic. One year I'm going to do Masquerade, which is their big cosplay show. And the rule with Masquerade is you can't show off the costume until Masquerade. Like a couple years ago, a girl did a Mass Effect cosplay for Masquerade, and now she is like head of costumes for the Mass Effect movie.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean, it is very much a trade show as much as it is a con just to go and spend a shit ton of money. It was bad. We set aside $1,200 cash for the con and spent it all without even trying.
At the con?
At the con,
like on different
con
cool stuff?
and movie, con and dinner. I mean, it was all our food too, but yeah.
Right. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
So you had a good time then?
Oh, it's the best. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. Like it is.
It'd be fun to go with you.
It is so much fun. I mean, we have the space. If we can get you a ticket, you're more than welcome to come. All it costs you is airfare and the ticket.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, the couch you saw in the pictures can be yours.
Okay, we'll see.
All you gotta do is set up a account ID at Comic-Con, comic-con.org. Set that up and let us know. I mean, you could be in the queue too, trying to buy tickets because every person helps.
Oh yeah, it's difficult to get It's that difficult to get tickets.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, there's probably 1 million people trying to get 100,000 tickets.
Wow.
Yeah, it's. We've been lucky that we've been able to go. Kelly's been real lucky. She's been 4 times now.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of nice. My wife took me to my first Comic-Con.
That's fun.
It was kind of funny. Like when we first started dating, she said because it was the summer, so it was basically a year before Comic-Con. She said, "Look, I'm gonna go to Comic-Con. You can come with me if you want." And by the time we actually got to Comic-Con, about 9 months late, like buying tickets, she's like, "You're coming with me to Comic-Con."
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean it was during Comic-Con when I decided. That's when I knew. Yeah, actually, it's kind of nice. There's I can actually show you the performance on YouTube of when I decided. Like I knew I was gonna marry my wife. It's kind of nice.
You gonna link that to me?
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Okay.
And I think you'll like this song. It's One More Episode by Kirby Crackle, which is a...
Is there a live version of it?
Uh-huh. It's actually from the...
You should put that at the end of the show.
I will.
Awesome.
Actually, we'll watch it right now.
Okay.
Here we go. Pause. This song is all about loving television.
Loving television?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Still trying to get to 0.
Tell me when.
I don't think my internet handled the video Skyping and Ashley on Facebook.
It should.
Here we go. You so slow. What is this? Internet Explorer? I gotta change that word. This is Internet Explorer's default. No wonder it's going so slow.
Well, Microsoft does own Skype.
Okay, so I think I'm at 0.
Okay.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
But this is a song called One More Episode. How many of you guys stay up too late and it's 4 a.m. You're like, oh crap, I gotta get up in the morning. That's what this song is called. It's called One More Episode. We're gonna put it out in August. Hope you like it.
This reminds me of you already.
Well, the thing is like, me and Kelly, we live long distance. Like, we were close enough we could see each other on the weekends, but that was it. And so, a lot of our relationship was built on Skype and watching television shows on Netflix together.
Yeah, I mean, like, she would watch one in her living room and you'd watch one in your living room?
Right, and we'd be on the computer together.
Stop Skyping. That's
Right.
fun. That's romantic. That's cute. Yeah, y'all are good for each other. So you're there in the audience there now?
If you go straight from his mic, I am on the front row just to the left.
Can you see you in this episode ever?
I don't think so.
Episode, but whatever this is.
And if anyone watches this, please actually watch the video so he gets the counts.
Yeah, absolutely. Go like the song.
I think you'd really like Kirby Crackle's music. He's a nerd rocker. Like,
Is that like those nerd raps?
yeah. But one of his songs is "Set Your Phasers to Sexy." It's all about like the sexy girl who like loves nerdy stuff. It's awesome.
Is it like Weird Al songs, kind of?
No, it's without irony. It's just like it's like someone who just loves it so much they write music about it.
Oh, okay. I get it. This definitely reminds me of you. Yep, I can see how this wouldn't hurt the setting. Is this
You what?
Is this at Comic-Con?
Yeah, it was at a stage outside. They had the live at extra stage or whatever.
Okay, cool. So it goes on during the day and the night, or
Oh yeah.
what time does it end?
Well, the floor closes like 6 p.m., but that's like it goes all night and all day. Like if you want to
There's
party
just stuff going on.
and drug hard, you can do it. Like it's all there.
Wow.
And like, there's like, and if you're willing to stand in some lines, you can go party with celebrities at Comic-Con.
No
No
problem.
problem.
Not worried about that.
Like last year, I thought about trying to go to the Geek and Sundry party with Mark Rosewater, Will Wheaton, Felicia Day, a couple other big people.
Mark Rosewater.
Yeah.
From Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, they had it was an open bar and all the drinks were magic like themed.
Right, like lightning bolt.
Yeah, shit like that. I really thought about it. I just didn't feel like staying at mine. I was like, you know what? I can go get drunk at my hotel.
Yes.
If I was 24, yeah, but 29, no.
30-year-old Ryan doesn't want to do that. 30-year-old Ryan would rather go to the house and have a few drinks and sit on the couch and watch videos of somebody else doing it.
Hey, what's also awesome is I actually emailed Kyle Stevens of Kirby Crackle, and if it wasn't for Emerald City Comic Con, it wasn't Emerald City. It was a con in Portland. They actually would have played our wedding.
Do what?
Yeah, he would have. And I actually had all the approvals and stuff that if it wasn't for another con that they were scheduled to go to, they would have played the wedding.
Oh, that'd have been awesome.
Would have been awesome.
You had a beautiful wedding.
It was
Especially with a movie theme and stuff. It was cool. Very
yeah,
cool.
it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're here.
Yay.
Well, I would like to give a quick shout out to my Dota friend Circle. I don't know your new screen name fully yet, so whatever. It's your fault. It's your fault for changing it, Jack.
I like Circle. Bring Circle back.
Well, we appreciate the kind words about the podcast.
Yeah. Shout out Circle or new username.
New
Insert
username.
here.
That guy.
That guy.
Oh. Oh man.
What happened? More music's playing?
Is it more music? Oh, it's probably autoplay on YouTube. Autoplays now.
YouTube autoplays now?
Yeah, a lot of it. It's a setting now.
It sure does. Well, I'll just turn that all the way off. Everything needs a dislike button. You there?
Oh, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's our mid-show hiatus. Gotta slow down and regroup and punch out this last half hour.
If you could take back in time anything on your you get to go back in time and you can only take back something that you can carry or like on your person. Where do you go back? And what do you take to prove that you're a god? Or you know what I mean? Like take complete control. Like where you're just like the dude.
I take back and patent the iPhone.
What? No. Okay. That wins. That's fine.
So or am I trying to be Thor and just I'm trying to prove I rule the human universe?
The Egyptian, version of God. Like you're raw.
Flamethrower.
Like you need to go back. Huh?
Flamethrower. Like, could you imagine anything more scary?
Dude.
Yeah.
If you go back to Genghis Khan and you're like, cute. Yeah. You're like, I have dragons on my arm.
Exactly. And that's how you say it. You basically become the dragon god.
Okay. It's not like an M60. Like a chain-fed machine gun.
Look,
too hard to wield, right?
Well, no, I think it's...
I bet you could take back an MP5 and change some people's fucking minds pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, but I'm just saying they know fire. They know it. And they just see someone just, like, wielding fire. They are God. I mean, if you are just, like... You are capable of owning fire in, in Egypt or Genghis or... God, any time before 1300 AD...
So how would you refuel it?
Yeah, take enough back.
No, that's the thing. It's what you can carry.
It's what I can carry.
I heard somebody say that you would download all of Wikipedia onto like an iPad, or to like a Samsung iPad of some sort.
Battery wouldn't last long enough. I mean, I don't know. It's if you're going back, you have to go with the fire.
But what if you went back with an iPad and a solar panel, and you went back to the Renaissance, and you went back to the Renaissance age?
I mean, if you went there, yeah, you could do that. I mean, you weren't saying you were God. I mean, that was part of the question: are you God? But
well, yeah. But if you went back with that kind of knowledge, you would be burned at the stake, probably. Yeah, never mind.
Probably.
Never mind. Yeah, I guess if you went back to Genghis Khan's time with a Gatling gun, you could change some minds.
Oh, humanity. We like to fuck shit up.
Mm-hmm. It's sexy.
They say that there was a working incandescent light bulb in the library at Alexandria before it was burnt down.
Wow, is that true?
That's what they say. They say that library burning down set back the human race 500 years.
500 years.
500 years.
Why was it burned down?
Romans being Romans.
Is that true?
I'm pretty sure it was bitches. Basically, bitches being bitches.
I don't even know what to say. That's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but that's what I've heard a lot of scholars say, is it set the human race back 500 years.
I know that Genghis Khan threw all of Babylon's library into the river and burned the rest of it. And because of that, Babylon never, or Baghdad, modern day Baghdad, hasn't ever recovered to the glory that it was before he showed up.
Oh yeah, I mean, old Babylon had the Hanging Gardens that have never been rebuilt.
He killed them all.
Killed them all.
He killed them all.
Victors do.
Mm-hmm.
At least the Babylonians were smart about their conquests. They took all the smart people and killed everyone else.
Oh yeah, well that's really good.
And so that's when they ruled most of the world. They basically had every
smart person.
Basically every smart person in the entire world in one place doing their bidding as their slaves, being smart.
It's actually pretty smart. If Jurassic Park was real, would you go to it?
Yes. Yes, without a doubt, yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Me too, I'm in. Me too,
I mean, fucking dinosaurs, man. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, how, you would know better than me, but because you have kids, but, are dinosaurs a deal to them?
My son doesn't hardly know they even exist.
Because, I remember when we were growing up, and, dinosaurs, the shit. Maybe it's because they
realized, yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool, and now, I don't know.
How badass is the T-Rex when you were a kid?
Oh, he was the biggest and baddest ever. I mean,
he was one of the coolest monsters. He was in my mind, he was like dragon killers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was the badass. And then I grew up a little bit, and I thought the Velociraptors were better because they were smarter and they could work in packs. I loved dinosaurs.
Have you seen the Jurassic World trailer?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
I saw that during the Super Bowl, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Because I was kind of on the fence about it. I'm like, okay, this is going to be kind of stupid until I saw the trailer. I was like, yeah, they're going to get all my money.
It still looks stupid, but it looks awesome in the process. There's a lot of stuff that you're like, that's kind of ridiculous. There'd be no reason to do that. You have dinosaurs. You don't need to splice their genes with humans or whatever they're doing. But
humans, man, they're just going to push it. You got to get the next new attraction. Maybe Jurassic Park has been around long enough. That's no longer an attraction. They got to do something new and exciting.
Okay. I
mean,
even it looks fun though.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I would like to see a new movie though.
What do you mean?
Like a movie that isn't based on something I already understand or know. When was the last time you saw a movie that was The Matrix or Fight Club or whatever? I mean, they're remake. I don't know if it's a continuation of or a reboot of Ghostbusters. And I'm serious, and I will say this, I don't give a shit that it's an all-female cast now for Ghostbusters. I just don't think the Ghostbusters should ever be redone. You have the greatest comedians of all time together. Mm-hmm. Just let it be.
Just let that one, right.
Think of something new. I mean, even 50 Shades of Grey isn't new. It was based off of 50 Shades of Grey was a Twilight fan fiction that went wild.
Really?
Literally, yes.
That's crazy. I never even read it. I hardly know anything about it.
Here's the deal. I can go spend $9 on 50 Shades of Grey, or I can go stay at home on the internet and watch porn.
Oh, is that it?
That's pretty much what it is.
Well, internet's free for anybody that didn't know.
Internet's free. Yeah, I guess this is going to be a lot of people's first introduction to bondage and S&M and shit, but
yeah, stuff doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, handcuffs every once in a while, that's a thing, but whatever.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't like the kind that requires absolute control with a little bit of pain involved. It's just
fun.
Yeah. No, but if you get restrained where you can't stop them from tickling you, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah.
Ryan does not handle tickling very well.
Yeah, ladies, if you ever handcuff me to a bed, please don't tickle me.
Take a knife to him. Just don't tickle him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Easy. That escalated quickly. No knives either.
Whoa.
You know, a candle, some hot wax. That's more fun.
I think we're getting to a place we don't want to get to for the internet to know.
Okay. No, whatever. Just throwing it out there. I guess an update on Faster Than Light.
Uh-huh.
I made it back to the final boss finally. Once. Yeah. Remember, the Dresden Files have been taking up a lot of my time. But
how long did it take you to get to the boss?
An hour.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, it takes about an hour, and it's fun. It's enjoyable, and it's one of those games where even the first sector is not too annoying. It's not too bad.
It's a frantic game. I've played it a little bit, but I've also seen a lot of people play it on Twitch, and it's a frantic game.
Lots of shit's happening all the time. But yeah, still haven't beat it, so I guess I'm gonna keep giving updates until that game's beat. We'll see how long it actually takes.
Yeah. In Dota, I hit 1200 MMR, which is not a big deal, but it's a big deal to me because I've been stuck at 1,000 forever. It's been a good.
Is there one of those rating classes where you get stuck with people who suck at the game, so it's impossible to get past that rating?
Kind of. Actually, like
there is a league.
Like there are people I've been playing with recently who want to. I think it's a good reflection on me. The people who I want to play with are much higher MMR than I am. MMR is their ranking system. Like you can play in just an open match or a ranked match, and MMR is how they rank it in Dota.
You like to play ranked matches?
Yeah.
It gives you something to play for.
It gives you something to play for. The picking tends to be a bit better. But it's hard because because for the most part, me and my wife play together.
Right.
She's also a very good player. I don't want to take anything away from her, but it's hard when it's just the two of us. Like I see a marked difference when there's because it's a 5-man team in Dota. Like I see a marked difference when it's just the two of us, and then when we add a third person, almost without a doubt, whoever that third person is. Because I have friends who I've met through the game who like to play with us, and so if we can get that third person, we win just so much more than we would if we we're just playing the two of us. Because I guess we can kind of control the party more since it's the three of us.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a bigger percentage of the team, so it matters. You have a larger percentage than a smaller percentage.
Yeah, it's 40 versus 60%.
Right.
So that was a big thing for me. My first time hitting 1200. Which is awesome. Sad accomplishment, but still an accomplishment.
I broke 3,500 and 1350 in chess.
Nice. That's pretty big.
Yeah. I felt like that was pretty good.
Where are you playing chess at?
On that app that I play.
Oh, nice.
Just playing random people and my friends.
Playing random people is so much easier than playing you. It is like these people who are like so much more highly ranked than I am. I go in and crush because they don't know what's coming.
I know how you play.
I just play.
You're at a big disadvantage. I've been playing you for so long.
20
and
years?
you play. You have an unorthodox style. You play out of the book like instantly. And for me, I'm like I know how to exploit those. Where you gain an advantage in surprise and in board positions that most people are like, I've never seen this board position before. I've played you enough where I've seen those board positions and I know how to exploit the weaknesses in them now. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, good times.
Mm-hmm.
God, I enjoy chess with you, though. Together for, 15 years now?
Is it?
We've been friends over 15.
Right, so it's about 15 years. Yeah. 15, 16 years we've been playing chess.
Crazy balls.
Yeah, several hundred games. Maybe even 1,000.
Oh, maybe. I mean, that's a lot of games.
Yeah, around there. A lot. We've passed the time quite a bit playing chess.
Oh yeah, we need to get together sometime. Actually,
I would like to play speed chess against you in real life
it'd be so fun.
with shots on the line.
Shots on the line. Every game you lose, take a shot.
Yeah. Shots.
If we're gonna do that, though, we need to do like 7 minute speed chess, not like 3 minute speed chess, because we would be so fucked up so quick.
Yeah, it would need to be like 10-minute probably.
Yeah. What I always like doing is doing a 20-minute. You have 20 minutes for 3 games.
Oh, interesting.
And if you run out of time, you lose, period.
Okay, fun.
So,
You could be up 2 and then still lose.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be quick. And so, you have the time to think, but you also have to work inside the constraint of, however many minutes.
That sounds like a fun way to do it.
Yeah, plus you don't have to reset the clock every time. And my pop screen just fell. There we go.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's what I get for paying $6.
Oh, $6. Big spender. Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon. Of course it was Amazon.
Yeah?
I don't buy things that aren't on Amazon. What are you talking about?
I don't buy things that aren't on Amazon. The wife takes care of that stuff.
I saw this thing. So, Colin, he was his best man in the wedding. You remember him?
I do? Yeah,
Yes.
the big guy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So we started talking about how much of a ripoff buying like HDMI cables from Best Buy
Ugh.
is.
Ugh.
Because
Yeah.
it's so much cheaper on Amazon. So I started looking. I was like, okay, what's the most expensive HDMI cable I can find? It was like 50 feet and $20,000. It was diamond filament HDMI cable.
Diamond filament?
Yeah, it was. So like the wires were made of diamonds.
Why?
I don't know.
What?
And so we went on this for probably 45 minutes. It was like, who could find the most expensive HDMI cable? And I won.
20 grand for 50 feet. That's ridiculous, I guess.
Yeah, what's also funny is seeing the reviews for stuff like that. Because they're always just out there, just random shit. It's like, did you know on Amazon you can buy a 50-gallon drum of sex lube?
Is that true?
I will find it.
No,
Yes.
that's okay. Don't worry about it. No, we don't even need to put that in the show notes. So we have a YouTube channel and we have a what? We have an email?
We do. 42podcast at gmail.com.
So it's 40 the word, the number 2,
Yes.
and then podcast.com.
I hit the wrong button.
You did. You disappeared. So send us any feedback that you'd like us to hear or questions.
Yes. And for everyone who wants to see, there it is. 55-gallon drum, Passion Natural water-based lubricant.
Holy shit.
It's for real. It's only at $1,300.
What could we do with 55-gallon drum of that?
Open a porn studio.
No. Well, that'd be fun and all. But what else ridiculous could you do with it? We could make one hell of a slip and slide.
Yeah, I was about to say the world's biggest slip and slide. Just set a slip and slide up down a slope at some ski park.
Oh, that would be awesome. That'd be fun.
Like a 5,000-foot slip and slide.
Over the
Totally, dude.
slopes, over the slopes course.
Yeah.
So you're going over the tabletops and put mattresses and stuff so you land on cushions. That'd be fun.
Yeah, the random shit. Like there was something I saw on Amazon. It was do-it-yourself liposuction kit on Amazon.
No way.
Yes, it is a real thing.
Oh my god, who does that?
Like I wonder. Like, I wonder if they like. Can you just like put anything you want up there? Like, okay, it doesn't look like it's been pulled, but yeah, do it yourself lipo. That was probably
Fun.
the craziest thing I've seen on there.
Fun. Yeah, there was a review for like I can't remember what it was, but it was some LG Super TV. It's like 4K and it curved and it was I can't remember. I want to say it was like $100,000. And the review for it was talking about how he mortgaged his house and he lives under a bridge, but he's got this awesome TV, so it's no big deal. And it was just hilarious. And it goes on for like 2 paragraphs. It's this whole story about how he loses his family for this TV and stuff. But he's like, still give it 5 stars. Great picture. And it was just this funny, yeah.
Okay, so for the sex loop, I knew getting back in the dating game would be a challenge after being out of it for 5 years. That's just how it starts. I mean, that's how all these are. They're all paragraphs long. Yeah, 55-gallon drum. Part of me would just want to like swim in it.
Okay.
I mean,
fill a hot tub up with it. Just kind of get down in it, like, ooh. Oh no, you did the whole Matrix scene where you come out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just go nuts.
And then you drowned. How did he die? Well, apparently he was trying to recreate a scene in a movie and didn't realize that there was people there to take the snot out of his nose, and he died, choked to death, drowned. On what? It looks like he had a 55-gallon of sex lube. Your mom would be like, wait, what? Your dad's like, no, he didn't. Your brother's like, I bet I know what scene it was.
Thing you have to understand about my parents is they are very, especially my mom, is very, I can't say she's a stereotypical conservative Christian woman because that's just, she's way farther right than that is.
She's way farther right than that is.
I mean, you know my parents. I remember I was talking to my dad one day. He's like, you know what? My wife makes me look like Karl Marx.
She is, yeah, she's definitely, she has an opinion.
Yeah, she's changed, man. She's changed.
She's even more to the right than she was?
Yes. But, I mean,
more.
it's been a rough couple years. You remember David? The two, there was me, then Steven, and David.
So there was your brother, your older brother than you, and then your younger brother that's the stud now.
Right.
Right.
And the next one.
Cross trainer.
Right.
Then there was the next one, and then there was Peter.
And
he was the young stud that ran around the house when I was a kid.
Right.
So David's the one in the middle?
Yes.
Of the younger 3.
Yes.
I remember.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he got in like meth and shit.
Oh, that shit's bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that, kid.
That's like, David, if you're going to do drugs, don't do meth.
Yeah,
I mean,
do
Grant,
coke.
I know you're poor, but don't do meth.
Don't do
Just
meth.
Don't do
No.
Not even once. I will do a lot of things, but meth, no.
Not even once.
Not even once.
I would do cocaine before I would do meth. Meth just seems so dirty and the hook seems so deep. You know?
Well,
it seems like it only takes one or twice. And if it's your thing, it seems like it only takes once.
Yeah.
If you're like, oh, I can stay up for 2 days and get everything done.
Well, that's you know me. If I got into drugs, it would be speed.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see you enjoying some Adderall.
The problem is, like, I wouldn't, like, no one would know I was on it. I wouldn't sleep for 3 days. I would just be like,
just be up.
I'd just be like programming for 2 days, 3 days.
And you would just be
straight.
getting shit done, and yeah.
And everyone would love me until I crashed.
Yep. Yeah, your drug of choice seems to suit you fine.
Yeah.
Alcohol's
good.
Nice relaxant.
I prefer caffeine, but
caffeine's my favorite. Oh. Well, not my favorite, but I highly enjoy caffeine.
You should get a Soda Stream.
What is that?
It's a thing. It basically lets you make your own soda.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot cheaper. You buy like the syrup, and you have this device that you click into, and you can carbonate as you want. It has a cylinder in it that you carbonate. Here, I'll send you a link. I'll find one. But they have a Red Bull syrup. I mean, it's not exactly like Red Bull, but it works as well as Red Bull. And so and it's a lot cheaper. Like if you don't, after you recoup your investment cost, which is about $75, you can make a liter, so about 33 ounces of Red Bull for 75 cents.
Wow.
Yeah. You can make
the Cokes taste pretty good.
Their cola is Pepsi. It is Pepsi. Period.
Does it taste like Pepsi?
It tastes exactly like Pepsi.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Their orange soda is very good. And the thing is, like, for the sodas, like, it's, like, for a liter, it's, like, 10 cents for a liter of soda. Yeah, it's cheap. Like, I love it. We have it. And they have, like, especially if you like to do mixed drinks, they have, like, Cosmopolitan and gin and tonic, like, tonic solution, all sorts of stuff. And they come with these bottles. You can either get liter or half liter, so you can kind of make as much as you want. And yeah, it's fantastic. It's one of the best things we ever bought.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because I mean, a 20 ounce of Red Bull is $5 at a gas station.
That's true.
And I can make double that for 75 cents.
That's incredible. Yeah, I guess it is worth it.
Oh, I love it. It's so good. Just want to roll up inside of it. Like, I just want to go, like, tauntaun it, you know? It's like, insides.
The Keurig machine. That's how I felt about the coffee machine. Where you put those little...
Right. Well, the Soda Stream is basically the Keurig of soda.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, no, I love my K-Cup. I drink coffee all the time now because of it.
Yeah, no, seriously, try it out sometime. And, like, I was really skeptical. Like, it was one of those things where, like, for probably about 3 weeks, I would, like, every time I went to Walmart, I would just, like, stand there and look at it. And then I would do more research and do more research and do more research. And I finally got to the point where I bought one. And once, like, and it doesn't take, especially if you're doing, like, energy drinks, it doesn't take a whole long time to recoup your costs.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, once you're there, I mean, it's cheap.
Yeah, but I have an entire family. So
then
I don't
you
think
recoup
it would
your
take me
costs.
nearly as long to recoup my costs.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the cola's good. The orange soda is really good. Their Sprite is pretty good if you like Sprite.
My grandmother would probably love it.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I love it.
Do they have a Dr. Pepper equivalent?
They do. I haven't tried it, but they do.
You haven't tried it? He's like, I've had enough Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, if you've been around my family, you would understand. My mom is completely quit caffeine, man. Like, no more Dr. Pepper, nothing.
Really? That's crazy.
The thing is, everything we talked about, that's what blew his mind the most. You have to understand.
Yeah, out of everything we've talked about, that's the thing that's craziest. What were we going through, a 12-pack a day?
If that, at minimum. I mean, some of our nights, we would, damn my fucking screen. We would go through 24 in a night at times.
Oh, yeah, and a gallon of milk. Especially if Aaron was over.
Oh, man, that's... we used to play way back in the time before
the demo for Thrasher.
Oh, the demo for Thrasher. And then we played the game. The game was awesome.
Yeah, the game was awesome.
In the before time and the long, long ago. That's what I was trying to remember. In the before time and long, long ago. God damn it! It's fucking top screen. There. We would stay up basically all night playing Tony Hawk on the PlayStation.
That and Red Alert.
We would get into, like, remember Battle Tanks?
Oh, I do.
Oh, the game
I
was
do remember Battle Tanks. That was a great game.
Yeah.
Man, they should bring that game back. A modern day version of Battle Tanks. That'd be a blast.
Let's see.
And I don't mean that war tank game.
World of Tanks.
Yeah, World of Tanks. Yeah, not my thing. My son had it. Not that cool.
Then when we every once in a while we get on those Mist Riven binges.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Oh,
or we would get on an X-Wings, Jedi X-Wings.
Ah.
And we would try to beat that all in one night.
Maybe we should do that sometime. Pull out.
We should.
Get on Twitch.
Absolutely, 100%.
Because now that almost all of LucasArts games are on GOG, they'll run on our computers, and we can just get on Skype, pass it back and forth like the old days.
Absolutely, dude. I'm in. Or you just stream your version and I'll stream my side, and we try to find a game we can co-op.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I would love to stream with you on Twitch and co-op and do a live video feed of this. It'd be fun if we were just playing some game even right now that was just kind of turn-based, that was haphazard.
Well, I mean, we can always play chess. I mean, it wouldn't be
That'd
hard
be interesting.
It wouldn't be hard to put the chess in between us.
Yeah, that wouldn't be hard. That takes a lot of thinking, though.
It does.
Believe it or not, I try to beat you every time. I'm like, what do I do here?
Yeah, sometimes I don't think as much as I should. And that's the problem. That's the problem with not playing with the board in front of you is you kind of get lost. Yep. Especially if something happens where you can't play for a while. I can't move for 10 or 12 hours or you can or whatever. And you just forget where you are.
And then you're like, oh, I meant to move the queen.
Damn it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. What would be some fun games that we could play co-op online? That'd be fun. When Grand Theft Auto comes out, we should play that.
Yeah, I've never been a big GTA guy.
Yeah, but this one we get to play first person.
I'm trying to think. We could... There's Myst Online now.
We could do Don't Starve together.
We could do Don't Starve together.
Have you played Don't Starve?
I have.
It's decent.
I'm not great at it, but it's fun.
Me neither. I've only made it to day 5. I don't live very long at all. That game's hard.
We could do something where we could go old school and do Red Alert or something.
Oh, that'd be fun. Okay.
We could send save files back and forth, and then we could just the next person picks up the next level or something.
Could we play online against each other on Red Alert?
We could. Actually, we easily could. We could easily do that.
That'd be fun. Bring back some old times there. Yeah. Play on that money pit level.
The money pit.
I guess we can talk about this off air. We can figure this out. But anyway, look forward to that.
I'm sure the radio is just fantastic right now.
Yeah. Look forward to that. 42 podcast plays.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
It will be.
Oh, that'll be so much fun. Okay. Desert Island time. So you're marooned on Desert Island and somehow you can watch television, but you can only watch 3 movies. What 3 movies are they?
Does a trilogy count as a movie or all 3?
Only individual films.
So if I pick the Star Wars trilogy, that's all 3 movies.
That's all 3.
Damn. See, damn. You go first. Give me something to think about. Hang on, give me a second. Would you have Fight Club in there?
Fight Club would be in there.
Right? Because there's a lot to still figure out and think about.
Fight Club, A New Hope, and... God, it's got to be something funny.
Groundhog Day?
Oh, Groundhog Day.
Just because of the irony of it.
Yeah,
because the Desert Island days are pretty much all exactly the same.
It's true. I'm not sure.
So what's your 3?
It'd be Fight Club, A New Hope, And God, if I had to pull one movie off my shelf,
Is it a Pixar?
I think it would. It might be Toy Story.
Toy Story.
I mean, it's such a classic. I mean, it is a classic for a reason. It's in AFI's top 100 movies of all time.
See, I feel like I want a movie that I still haven't figured out.
Well,
I've watched 1,000 times and I still don't understand. Like The Matrix?
The Matrix would be up there for me. It'd be definitely in the running. I'm just thinking of movies I would just enjoy watching over and over again.
Yeah, Fight Club then. The first Matrix. And it would be one of the Kawasaki movies. Probably Castle in the Sky.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going with. Have you watched the Kawasaki movies?
I've seen some of them.
They're awesome.
Yeah. This couple months ago, I got another really big Initial D kick.
Initial D?
Oh yeah, it's all like almost all of it's on Netflix.
Right now?
Uh-huh.
I've seen them all. I'll have to watch them again, though.
Like, I got it like way deep where like he ends up riding with like the RX-7 and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Spoiler alert.
somewhere on a hard drive I have the live action Initial D movie that they made.
Never seen it.
I haven't either.
Didn't even care to, yeah.
If for those who don't know, Initial D is a drifting street racing anime from what, late 90s, early 2000s?
Late 90s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's probably the truest representation of, like, it really, if they talk about trail breaking or if they talk about drifting or they talk about weight transfer, they're talking about things that are actually true. Like, most of the people, there was a lot of, what are they called, like consultants that worked on that show that were actual race car drivers. So there's a lot of real techniques and a lot of real conversations that translate into real world driving, and it's a lot of fun. It's really enjoyable. Not my favorite anime, but it's top 5.
Nice.
The 80s are, yeah, the late 80s, early 90s, Fist of the North Star is my favorite anime.
I always like the movies more, like Akira and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy the movies.
Like, I don't know why, but Akira always have a soft spot in my heart.
Could be because it's one of the greatest animes ever.
It could be.
Could be. That's an awesome show.
Oh, I think we're running out of steam. So Ryan, toss up a question, get us going on something else, and we'll call it a night because it is almost midnight here in Pennsylvania.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm an hour ahead of you.
I'm out of questions. Do you have any other ones? Well, good night.
Oh no, actually, I have one. I have one
Okay.
to round us out.
All right.
You have one car, completely stock, that you have to drive for the rest of your life. What do you drive?
Oh, I have an instant.
Okay.
Oh, God damn, it's completely stock?
Completely stock.
For the rest of your life. I would have to just go ahead and go with the 86 Apex Edition Toyota Corolla.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Which doesn't sound like much, but you got to understand what this car is. It is a rear-wheel drive, 4-cylinder, 1.6 liter that revs to 7,500 RPMs and makes 160 horses. And the whole car with a full tank of gas, interior, and a person in it weighs about 2,200 pounds. And it's just a beautiful car. It is perfect 50-50 weight distribution. And it's just, I don't know. If I could have a perfectly clean stock one, like it just rolled off the showroom floor, give me that car. What do you choose?
I think the s1e3 Rex STI. I love those big, like, bug headlights, fog lamps. Oh.
You really want the bug eye?
I love them.
You don't go to the shark one or anything like that? No, you go with the bug eye, huh?
I love the bug eyes.
It's a sweet car. It's only like $6,000. Did you know that?
Yeah.
They're not too bad. You should get one.
Yeah, well, there's a whole other story about. I've had a whole ordeal with car people this week about actually buying an s1e3 Rex.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Hope that works out.
Yeah, I just don't understand. So, I've asked 3 times, explicitly asked 3 times, please just email me. Because this is the easiest and best way to get a hold of me is email me.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't do it. They just won't do it. And I'm trying to actually buy 2 cars from them, and they won't email me. I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, that is weird. They don't want your money bad enough, which is strange.
Because, like, we moved from Oklahoma to Pennsylvania, and all-wheel drive is a thing here. Like, you kind of need it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, especially my wife drives a Honda Fit. It does not handle snow well at all.
Oh, no.
And so, like, I think I can get an s1e3 Rex and an 04 Land Rover walking out the door for, like, owing, like, 5. Maybe less.
That'd be awesome, dude.
And they will not talk to me. And I'm just, and the problem is they're far enough away that I can't just go there, you know? So I just don't understand. It's like, I am trying, like I sent them sent them my credit report, sent them everything else. Like, just please, just talk to me how I want to be talked to. They just won't do it. They just,
like an adult.
Yeah. I hate it. Like, car people are terrible people. That's just all.
You have bad luck with cars, though. Somebody cursed you. You cut the wrong witch off, and she gave you a curse, and gosh damn it, you've been cursed ever since.
I know.
But you have this strange luck with cars. They end up being incredible piles of shit that just won't die on you. You're like, come on, baby, just get there. Maybe you're a wizard.
It's so true.
Maybe you're a wizard.
I mean, hell, that Ranger ran almost 200,000 miles.
I was thinking about the white truck.
Oh, yeah.
We're not even sure how to rev limiter.
Yes, my first car was an 85 Dodge Ram 50, which is small body Ram, which for people now, like, that was smaller than the Ranger is today. Much smaller.
It was a micro truck. Yeah, little bitty people.
Oh, man, those were the
on those
days.
dirt roads in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
Good times.
I don't know how we didn't die. I don't know.
Turns out I'm okay in a truck. And you knew yours well enough that you didn't wreck yours either. You did good in yours. We both did okay.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for coming out to 42. Have a good night. We will see you next week.